Actually, they really love their pop officers, and it was unfortunate that we had to cut them during the bad times. And part of that, of having that geographical policing, was to help us make Sacramento the safest big city in California. And that is ultimately our goal. One of the strategies that we have with geographical policing was assigning our lieutenants particular beats. And that far map over there is something that we've done, and they kind of command a very small part of Sacramento so that we could tailor the policing for those respective communities in those neighborhoods. Another thing that we did, or have done, is also start to pump up our neighborhood watch, because it's that connection with the community that we have, and also the communication that they have amongst each other that helps us make Sacramento safe, because neighborhoods that communicate are safe neighborhoods. Sorry about that. Are safe neighborhoods. And so we want to make sure that we have more neighborhoods that that are doing neighborhood watch. Channel 13 is a microphone, sorry. All right, so I'm going to back up just a little bit, all right? So, and I was talking about our safe neighborhoods. Neighborhoods that communicate are our safe neighborhoods. That's one thing that they have in common, is they communicate with each other, they connect with each other, they know what's going on in the neighborhoods. And so Neighborhood Watch is a tool for us. Well, now we have something that really puts Neighborhood Watch on steroids, and that's Nextdoor.com. It's a social media platform that we can actually have the neighborhood communicate, where they can do it on the internet, and it's also something that we have the ability to connect with them, to be able to push out information. It keeps them organized, right, and it also keeps them together, united. It's something that we can have our lieutenants, that are the commanders of the small area, actually tailor the information and actually be responsive to these smaller neighborhoods within Sacramento. Our biggest goal, like I said, and I want to reiterate it, is making Sacramento the safest big city in California. And I think that with Nextdoor.com, we're on our way to make that actually happen. Now, we're fortunate today is that we also have the CEO of Nextdoor.com, and I'm very proud. I met him earlier today. He's from Texas, but he's actually now a California resident, and he's gracious enough to come down here and help us launch this particular product out to our community. So without further ado, we have Nirav, and he's going to talk a little bit about what this product that we're actually using. So, Nirav?
Very friendly people in Sacramento. Someone introduced me to Sacramento as Sack of Tomatoes, which I've never heard before. Is that a common nickname for Sacramento?
It's from yesteryear.
Oh, okay. Well, I like tomatoes, so that's a good start. Well, we're really honored to be here. I'm honored to be here personally, and we're very honored to be part of this partnership. And so I want to thank the media. I want to thank the Sacramento Police Department. In particular, I want to thank Chief Summers. I have a number of other people that I want to thank here as well. Deputy Chief Mathis, Deputy Chief Louis, Deputy Chief Bernard, as well as Captain Bray, who I think that we'll hear from again before this is over. And then most important to us, I'd like to thank our members who've actually come here and will speak to you on behalf of the neighborhoods of Sacramento and how they've used this product Nextdoor to hopefully create stronger and safer neighborhoods. And those members are Isaac Gonzalez, Dan Hood, and Sandra Betancourt. So let me tell you a little bit about Nextdoor, which is a private social network for neighborhoods, and why we believe that this partnership with the Sacramento Police Department will help create stronger and safer neighborhoods in Sacramento. Now, you've heard of social networks, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Nextdoor is a social network, but what's interesting about Nextdoor is it's not about meeting people online. It's not about keeping up with your friends. It's not about tweeting what you had for lunch. It's not about putting your resume online. It's about doing something that for many, many years we didn't need technology to do, and that is connect and communicate with the people who live around us, our neighbors. We started the company about 3 years ago because we found a statistic that as proud Americans who've grown up in this country in strong neighborhoods really surprised us. And that statistic was almost 30% of Americans know only a few of their neighbors, and almost 30% of Americans don't know a single neighbor by name. So that's 60% of Americans, over half, that don't have strong connections to their neighbors and don't have strong connections to their neighborhoods. There's a great deal of academic research that proves the tangible benefits of neighbors knowing each other. It can be straightforward things that you get from knowing your neighbors, like recommendations for a babysitter or a dentist. You can ask for help in finding a lost pet. You can sell used items. You can borrow a cup of sugar. And probably most importantly, you can come together with neighbors to create safer environments. And that's what we're talking about today. Now, the chief said that the more neighbors that talk, the more neighbors communicate, the safer their neighborhoods are. We've seen exactly that academic research. In fact, it starts with the more neighbors who know each other, the more likely those neighbors are to look out for each other. And so Nextdoor is a way for neighbors to get to know each other again. It's a way to use the power of technology to bring back a sense of community to the neighborhood. We have almost 15,000 neighborhoods in 50 states that are using Nextdoor. Over the last year, our members have told us that in addition to communicating with each other, it's extremely valuable for them to integrate city services, particularly police departments, into that communication, because they want to work together with the police, who are tasked with keeping our city safe. They want to work together with the police to create neighborhood watches, to create more awareness of what's going on, to work together as a team to create a safer and happier place to live. We've done over 100 partnerships with cities. This is a particularly special one for us because our company is in San Francisco, in California. Sacramento is obviously the capital of California. And so we're very, very honored to have this opportunity. We're very humbled by our members and what they do as they use this technology platform that we've created. And we're very, very thankful to the city of Sacramento and the police department in particular for this opportunity. And currently, almost 100 neighborhoods in Sacramento are using Nextdoor. That's about 55% of the neighborhoods in Sacramento. And we're hoping that the way the chief said, this will propel Sacramento to be the safest city in California. We hope that this partnership, big city, all cities in California. We'll start with big cities and then we'll go to all cities. We hope that it also helps Nextdoor become a tool that's ubiquitous and used by all of the neighborhoods in Sacramento. So thank you again. It's our honor, and for all of you, Nextdoor is something that anyone who lives in a neighborhood should be using. So we hope that you sign up, whether you're police officers signing up for your own neighborhood or neighbors that are watching this or understanding about the product for the first time. You just go to nextdoor.com. It's completely free. This is a partnership that's free for the city as well. So the good news is hopefully we'll be able to gain a lot of value with zero cost, which is something that I think everyone's looking to do these days. So thank you again, and we're looking forward to hearing from the members about how they use Nextdoor.